Now, with the new school year in session for some and others beginning in a matter of weeks, the debate over homeschooling and in-person learning continues. All right, well, joining me to continue that conversation is Dr. Yacara Dozier. She's a mother, she's a daycare owner, she's also a homeschooling professional, and she's here to talk about this new norm, especially for Black families. So, Dr. Dozier, talk about how you got involved with homeschooling. What prompted you to want to do that for your child?
Well, I started 6 years ago. I have a 12-year-old. Um, I started her out in private school, and then we explored charter school options. I just did not feel like it was meeting my expectations when it came to her learning. Um, a lot of times, the school system, they do not specialize in individualizing children's learning. So, therefore, I decided to take it into my own hands when she reached the first grade.
Very ambitious. Can you talk about what the school system, in your opinion, was lacking and what you were able to pick up and provide for your daughter?
Well, the public school system is pretty much lacking that individualization when it comes to children's learning. I feel like they put all of our children into one bucket and they want them all to learn the same. And of course, we know no one person, child, or adult learns the same way. And then you have your children that might be excelling. And a lot of times the school system weren't willing to individualize those lessons for them and keep them in that grade level versus just moving them up. And we know a lot of times our children might be academically gifted, but they were not in that social bracket for the next grade.
Well, that actually, I want to ask you this other question. We don't have much time, but that also talks to the whole mislabeling due to cultural differences that our children experience in school. I want to talk to you now about, can you just tell us how you're helping others homeschool their children at this point?
Well, of course, when COVID came, you had a lot of parents that were just not happy with the whole virtual learning. They were lost, their children were lost, even the teachers were lost. No one quite knew what to do. So you had a lot of parents reaching out, trying to see what their options were. We have a homeschool network here in Charlotte. We have a Facebook group. You know, it's the Black Charlotte homeschoolers. And so with that, we started sharing information with parents where they could either join some of the co-ops. We had a local YMCA here where we were doing meetups, or they could partner with other families that would take those children in and start homeschooling with them.
All right, and what's the fee? Because most folks, when they hear homeschooling, they automatically think, first, I can't do it. Second, I can't afford it. So can you just dispel some of
Right.
those myths?
To be honest with you, homeschooling can range anywhere from being free to maybe about 150 a week. It just kind of depends. You have some families that are willing to take other children in at no cost, and then you have some parents that have started literacy groups and classes and math groups and classes, and of course they will charge a fee when they're taking time away from their home or their work from home jobs to help other families. So it's really not expensive at all. It's just the time and effort that needs to be put forth to make sure our children are receiving what they need when it comes to their education.
All right, Dr. Dozier, last question, and then I got to go. Shout out your website and how other parents listening can get in touch with you.
Well, of course, you can reach us at elegacylearningcenter.com. That is our learning center that we have established here in Charlotte. You can also reach us at admin at elegacylearningcenter.com for our emails. And we're all over Facebook for Enlightened Legacy Learning Center.
All right, there it is, Dr. Yacara Dozier. Thank you so much for joining us in today's special segment, The New Norm.